Good evening, TBI League. Welcome back to week 4 of season number 4. My name is Gib. We've got Tachanka's Disciples tonight taking on the Hiroshima Suns, the last match of week number 4. Both of these teams, number 1 and 2 currently of their division. Disciples coming off a rough loss uh, last week, getting no points, and I was supposed to look at who they lost to before this bit. Getting no points last week, with the Suns taking it 4 to jump them for the number 1 spot. So this game could dictate how the rest of the season is going to go. Suns win with, any amount of 3 and more points. They might be able to start running away with their division. Disciples, if they can get 6 this week, take their crown back. We're just waiting on one more person to get into the lobby. He had an untimely PC crash, but we should be getting started here in just a moment. Looks like we are all good, so we're going to go ahead. It is a late cast. I'm going to go ahead and get them into the lobby. Late cast on a Sunday is brutal, but we roll. 15 hours. Thank you, Robbie. People if you are in the chat and you watched the other game, what was the conclusion? Because I see the raid happen. What was the score of the final of the game on the other one? Of Aqua Team Goon Squad versus whoever they were playing. Map number 1 going to be Clubhouse. I believe this is the Disciples pick. They'll be starting on the attack, as is customary, as is generally what happens in these matches. Suns will take the defensive side. Maverick and Mira taken off the board. Kaid and Ace as well. Subs in this game, we got Robbie in on the side of the Suns. He is in for, I believe, Turn. And then Tyler is in here. Tyler.oxg is in for Scare, who could not be joining us tonight.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Sun's going to start with a gym bedroom defense. We see Mr. Dom, K1A, a little bit AFK for a bit. But so far, a fairly standard setup for TBI League. You got castles on the windows. Extension to cache. Stopped cast from stutter. Oh, so it's still ongoing? What was the score before the before they had to end the cast, Falame?
I'm reloading.
Silent on the Habana, gonna open up those castle barricades on the window. Paladin already into garage. 30 seconds in. And he gets smoked by Dom from Oil Pit. That rat angle. Always a rough one. As Captain Yuri on site takes a bit damage here from Tyler on the Ash. He's in a troubled spot right now. Looks like both Silent is looking for that, as well as... Where? Silent is looking for that, as well as Tyler. But instead, he's just going to... Interior cast is going to be opened up. Captain Yuri's gonna hear the reload. Meanwhile, Mr. Bro Chill and Silent, having rotated back to Platt. Stalling out here a little bit. Minute left. Tyler gonna try and help with this cash take now as smoke number 2 gets used. Nitrocell goes out, but it gets stuck on the roof. Captain Yuri actually managed to get the kill, and Nova can get the next frag. All up to Bro Chill and my man Jerry, 2 beers in. Down goes Nova, so Disciples fighting back a little bit. "45 seconds remaining. It looks like they think there must be one still in cache, but no, they've all fallen back to Con side. Or not Con, to Logi. 30 seconds remaining, and I mean, there's not... They gotta get a move on here, as last smoke canister are gonna get used. Jerry gets stuck on the desk. I mean, this one looks just like a round for Suns. No time remaining, just gotta walk in. Jerry gets taken down, and Bro Chill has to reload. Save KD. But round 1's going to the Suns. A little bit too slow there from the Disciples.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
Though the early pick from the oils, from the player ratting oils, oil pit, is a rough one to rectify. Other upstairs site now. We see Nova on the Azami. I can only assume that he's going to be playing Rafters. Right now,
seconds remaining.
what is Dom doing? Is he going to spawn peek again? Well, he didn't spawn... I say again, he didn't even spawn peek last time. But he is going to spawn peek. Doesn't see anything. Sticks it for a good while, but I imagine... Imagine he's just gonna leave at some point here. Paladin on the Monty. Paladin on the Monty looking at Nova and Rafters. Nova just whips a night impact at him, but no damage done. Thermite opening the main breach here. Looking for this Azami. I assume they know that Zonus is here? Maybe they don't know that Zonus is here. As Dom in Swamp will make his presence known. Paladin eats second impact from Nova. No more impacts on Nova. Dom and Robbie still both have some impacts here that they could use. As we hit halftime and no one's died. Zonus gonna be found out. Taken down by Bro Chill. Not finished yet. Will be taken out by the fire as Silent's gonna get killed. It was by Nova. Paladin on the Monty gets taken out by Nova and Dom. And the run out. Dom with a second. He's gonna find Tyler. All up to 2 beers in. And Mr. Bro Chill yet again. 1 minute remaining. They already have at least a frag on the board, so not as bad of a situation as last time. Main breach is open. Roadchill saw the gun. Two Beers in, gonna take the shot. Roadchill unable to win the fight. It's dumb. But the 3K as Captain Yuri will pick up the 5th kill for Suns. I need to see some kind of... I wonder what kind of adjustment we're going to see here for the Disciples. They're getting a little outplayed by this aggression, right? You know, Dom here playing the Mozzie, playing in these aggressive angles, playing in these ratty spots. He's getting good value for it, and he's just not being punished yet. We do see Snake on the lineup for now. It's Captain Yuri on the Scopos. Newly buffed Scopos at that. Tom getting the hatches. Alright. So let's look at this attack. Where are they aiming to go from right now? It looks like kind of everywhere. Scopos all the way top floor on cams right now, just waiting. 2 people on top floor. They're going to have to try and go for this top floor. Mozzie being tracked by the Deimos. Trying to tell Captain Yuri where the Deimos is. As Captain Yuri is going to be the first one to find a flag. Dom and Tyler here taking a fight. Captain Yuri finds Silent, the solid Snake player, coming in as Bro Chill is going to be next to fall. Dom getting a kill through that Logi hatch. 5-0 so far. Scare gracing us with his presence in the chat, but not in the game. They need to do something about this Mozzie player. As Scopo's going to hit the run out. 2 beers in, taken out. It's all up to Tyler and Paladin. 2 versus 5. Captain Yuri just going to get on cams as Paladin falls to Nova, who has come upstairs. Into Bar. Tyler, no HP, just looking for any kind of frag on this round. He's gonna get one, but Nova will find his head in return. No PC on your mega yacht. I didn't know you were rolling like that, Scare. Thermite taken off the board. The Bandit also removed. Suns up to a 3-0 lead on what I believe is Disciples map pick. They will be returning to the gem bedroom with what looks to be the exact same comp lineup they had before, though instead of a Bandit, they have a Warden.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Loading new mag.
Defense is the preferred side in TBI League. I think last I checked the stat sheet, or it was about all rounds this season was like a 45% to 55% split. I don't remember the exact stats for Clubhouse. I could try and pull them up on the side here, but I think Clubhouse was looking like probably similar to the overall. So Suns would like it, or it's not Suns. Disciples would like at least 2 of these next attack rounds. More likely than not. I mean, preferably all 3, but... Ooh. Tyler almost getting caught out by Captain Yuri trying to peek the castle barricade as it blows up. Brochill waiting outside of Platt. Jerry taking a fight with Mr. Robbie. Robbie takes a bullet in the shoulder and gets out of there. As Jerry opens up 2 vault breaches into the jacuzzi wall. Silent with the patent pending penis breach. As it's going to be Disciples to finally strike first in one of these rounds. As down goes Mr. Dom, the top frag, who's been annoying him. That's the smoke taken off the board. Bro Chill getting into a gunfight. Nova is going to have to just fall back here. As Paladin is going to find 1. Captain Yuri goes down. Nova goes down. This is a much cleaner round for the Disciples. All as it's Zonus to find Jerry on a very awkward spot to be on a camera. Robbie trying to play aggressive here in Logi and find 1. He's looking at him through the wall. He's clearly cheating. They're both staring at each other. Silent's going to be the first to shoot. Down goes Robbie and Zonus. 1 versus 4. Ace or lose the round. Paladin going to start that plant, and Silent going to find the head of Zonus to put Disciples on the board. Much better round there. Suns are taking a timeout. Interesting. That means I get time to eat my little wagon wheel here. Okay. Well, timeout. Lost 1 round. Time for a timeout. You know, that's certainly the exact opposite of how the rest of TBI League would play. And by that, I mean no one knows what a timeout actually is. I didn't know those were a thing. Insert joke I say every time someone takes a timeout. Back to Cash and CC. Nova once again still on that Azami, probably gonna be playing Rafters. Dom on the Wamai. They have both the Wamai and the Jaeger here. So Rafters gonna be an incredibly difficult position to push. I'd imagine... I mean, they have the Monty. Disciples want to push Rafters, but if I was Disciples, I would look at all this stuff and say, maybe not. Dom playing underneath in the swamp area yet again. What I'd actually like to see them do, I want them to take this Monty into, like, stock. Tyler taking a lot of damage, swings, does not shoot. Nova's going to be the one to draw first blood. Monty just needs to leave. As Silent on the glass. They're trying to bait... I believe they're trying to just bait somebody to push Paladin here on the Monty. Paladin gonna eat 2 impacts to the face as Bro Chill is going to be the first to find a kill for the Disciples this round. Down goes Captain Yuri. That's the Jaeger. Paladin... I don't like the position Paladin is in. Dom taking the fight here with Jerry. In stock. He's going to win that fight. As Paladin trying to push up on Captain Yuri, or not Captain Yuri, on Nova here. And he's gonna lose that fight. Optimal shield play. Dom goes taken down by Silent. I think was expecting some coverage as Zonas is gonna get that kill on the cleanup. As Brochill kind of fires himself off into a corner. Suns take round a 4th round. Ah, yes, the silent copy pasta. Thank you. Well, last round of the half, Disciples possibly staring at a 1-5 half, going... Sun's going back to gym bedroom. And we're gonna just be watching Zonas for a second as I fiddle with some settings over here. On the side. Okay, who is it of the group that makes the copy pastas? Is it Spectre that makes the majority of them, or who? Like which one? Or are y'all just stealing like from some known ones and adapting them? We see Robbie ratting currently on Secret Stairs. He was misdroned. Dom on the Thorn. And I didn't even realize Captain Yuri is on the Thunderbird. Getting real aggressive. On the window. 2 beers in. Gonna open up the jacuzzi wall. Silent misses the shot onto Nova. With Dom also on the red stairs here. To cover. Robbie gonna get his 1 as he finds Tyler. I don't know if he ran out or if he just got him from... He just peeked into garage real fast. Two beers in, currently on the cross angle. Nova close with the shotgun. Captain Yuri wants to swing peek this. Jerry looking for his first frag of the night. They know where the bees are. Silent gonna be the first one to get a kill. It's Dom in a corner. He's gonna be taken out. Or at least down, but not before Captain Yuri finds one. Robbie on the stairs gets taken up by Silent. 3 versus 2. Make that a 3 versus 1 as Jerry gets his first kill of the night. Down goes Zonas. All up to Captain Yuri. 45 seconds remaining. They do not know of his current position. I don't think he saw the player. Katmiri is going to find the head of Silent. Brochill just needs to start, like, trust that his coverage is here. Ooh, Jerry taking a lot of fire. Brochill can get out. Captain Yuri creeping up. He's gotten into the bathroom. They don't seem to know, but Jerry is going to get the kill to get Disciples a second round on the attack. Halftime swap leaves us at a 4-2 split in the favor of the Suns. Alright. So Sun's not going to have access to Ace or Maverick for the map. Both electric operators, Kaid and Bandit, removed from the arsenal of the Disciples. Gym bedroom going to be the first site of choice for Disciples, as we see quite a bit of a different lineup from them. Obviously, they couldn't run the Bandit because Bandit was banned, but no mutes. Instead, we see an Aruni. The Mira made its way through, so Mira window on the bathroom. And possibly a Mira window, like, on an extension. I never know where you would want to put it on the extension if you do. Jerry doing the good strategy of punching and prepping the interior castle. Solid Snake in the hands of Nova, droning out the upper rafters. Looks clear, so he's just going to get in here. Only person that's over here right now is Silent, and he's on a bit of an island. Tyler's near him. So the small con single, is open. They know where one is. That's going to be a nade, and I don't know. That didn't look like a headshot, but down goes Silent. Tyler also going to be taken out. That is Zonus from Repel. 2 minutes remain, and 2 defenders are already taken out. Suns really putting some pressure. 2 beers in, gets clipped a bit. Paladin being droned by the Deimos. Two beers in, gonna be taken out. That was by Dom. As Zonus is gonna get in and start planting. Down goes Bro Chill. Paladin left in a 1 versus 5. He gets in frag out to make it not a flawless, but not much more he could have done there. They just lost the cash extension so fast.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So a very similar hold. Or no, sorry, not at all. They're full reinforcing red this time. So it looks like Silent is going to play a little bit further back in cache. They do have the Wamai discs to catch anything. Not to catch any nades coming his way. 3 nades on deck. It looks like it's going to be, once again, a fast play into CC. That main breach wall... not main breach, sorry. The plat wall opened up wide as Nova is going to start creeping up. Snake going to be able to see 2 people. Sees Silent, and I think that is Ty... No, it is... It must have been Tyler. It looks like Tyler ran back to site. Zonas right now has a angle onto Silent, and Silent does seem to know about it. But he's going to be getting pushed out here fairly soon. Tyler taking some shots as well. Bit better of a stall. Dom going hunting through the floor. Silent's gonna have to... Silent is committed to playing his life here. But he has to fall back a bit. Minute remaining. No one dead yet, but breaches are open. And I have to imagine once Silent here falls that this is gonna be just a fast push. There's a nade. Nova's gonna get fall. Shotgun does not connect. He dies first. So, 1-for-1 trade as Solid Snake is taken out. Bro Chill gonna find the Beaver Demon. Not sure where that was. Paladin playing really tight on the Jacuzzi breach. Zonas and Dom both jumping in here. Mirror window gonna be punched. They don't... I'm going to assume they don't know about the rat. They do know about the rat, but Bro Chill doesn't matter. Gonna get one anyways. That's an unfortunate night place. Nitro, Captain Yuri picks up 2 beers in on site. Bro Chill gets yet another one. Triple kill for Bro Chill on this Mira. He's gonna have to retreat. Captain Yuri downs 1. 4 seconds remain. They just need to not give him the fights. But Tyler is gonna get him KD anyways. Disciples going to the basement. We see the Goyo coming out. We see the Scopos, the Mira. No longer Scopos, it's Smoke instead.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Vulcan set up and ready to blow.
We do see the Scopos again. I didn't see Paladin switch to it, I'll be honest, but looks like he knows there's someone nearby. I think that's Captain Yuri currently droning. It is Captain Yuri currently droning. I think he knows that there's somebody up here. He knows the Scopos is up here. At the very least. Robbie on the Twitch. Gonna pop Mira number 1. Caught lacking as his Mira gets popped. Paladin gets taken out. It's gonna be by Dom, who will get free cameras. Good pinch. Minute remaining. The rest of the disciples all clustered around the bomb site in the basement. So full clear is done. Nova gonna try and shoot some cams. It looks like both of them got, I don't know, I shot a couple of them. But I know there's one deep arsenal. Bro Chill is out there deep arsenal. Silent, please. Dom is going to be the first to fall for the Suns. That is Jerry getting one as Nova also taken out. Silent finds him in dirt. That should be the dirt player taken care of. Zonus with flashbangs ready to flash for Robbie here. He's creeping down the stairs. I don't think they know Robbie's pushed down, but full blind. He's going to be taken out by Tyler with the cross. Zonus will get one frag. It's trades all around as Captain Yuri just needs to find both Silent. And I was going to say Tyler, but Silent found him first. Disciples slowly bringing the score back to a more agreeable spot for them. 4-5 as we hit the last ban phase. I don't know what gets banned here. Probably the Mira on defense. Yeah, the Mira, the Habana. That all checks out. So no Mira. But for a CCTV cache, I mean, you would play the Mira on top red, but no Mira for that. Still have the Azami for Raptors. We're going to see Echo in the hands of Jerry.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. I need to reload. Activating camera.
Double intel ops with both an Echo and a Valkyrie on the side of the Disciples here. We do see Captain Yuri getting on the BB. And it looks like it might be a fast take. I think Tyler's going to be in for a bit of a rough one here. Maybe not. Dom currently looking for any kind of spawn peek. I like the play by Nova here with the 0, using it to get the intel. They know exactly where Azami is now. They also got to burn some of the Wamai discs. Paladin is going to be the first to fall, and Zone is going to get that kill. Upside down repel. He takes a bit of damage. Silent also be taking out Zonus with a double. As Captain Yuri eats a bit of damage, he's staring at Bro Chill. Misses the dash, but not punished for it. Dom is going to be able to get that next kill as he walks in. 2 beers in, gets one, is really hurt. The nade comes out. Bro Chill taken out. It's all up to Jerry with effectively no hope. There's a BB staring at him. Well, he gets the BB at least. But Sun's now 1 round away from taking map number 1 and getting 3 points for the Reg win. One map. I said 1 round, right? I'm slipping, guys. A return to gym bedroom for the Disciples. Suns have secured at least 1 point tonight.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Apologies, I was looking at messages, seeing what someone was telling me. We got the Azami again. No Mira. Roadshell on the Mira was a lot of the success of his last upstairs defense. I think they're going to be playing pretty turtly yet again. Nova once again on the Solid Snake. Going to be a fast and free clear into the rafters within the first minute. Dom on the Monty Paladin. Bit too overextended, gets taken out. That's hard reach charge. Silent is not long for this world. No nitro. Nade gets whipped at him. Nova takes a lot of damage from the shotgun, but Silent is going to fall. It is a 3 versus 5. Make that 2 versus 5. Jerry's going to find 1. That's Nova down, and the Monty really hurt as Brochill finds himself in a 1v2 situation. 1v3 situation, sorry, but not gonna matter. Hiroshima Suns taking map number 1 over to Tachanka's Disciples. 7-4 in Reg. Yeah, just a rough one. Paladin getting a little too aggressive there, I think, early on that last round, and just the picks fell. We almost had Silent almost at least took 1 with him, which maybe would have helped a little bit, but it wasn't meant to be. Well, we're gonna go to a short break. And we'll be back for map number 2. It's going to be Chalet coming up soon. We're back. Map number 2, Chalet, coming right up. Tachanka's Disciples, Hiroshima Suns. I am going to be joined by Chipper. He'll be here in just a moment from the other stream. Or other stream that turned into a recording because I don't know what, some technical issues. But I believe this is Hiroshima's map pick. Tachanka's Disciples starting on the defense, which seems to be definitely their preferred side. Not much else to say right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get our players into that lobby. I say into that lobby, into that map ban phase. Now, what I want to see from Disciples, I don't know, Chipper will be here in a moment, so I'm not certain. I'll probably have to repeat myself once or twice. I think he's listening to me. Disciples, I think, played a little too slowly on their attacks, and played a little too spread out on their defenses. A little too individual, if you will. Whereas Suns were also kind of playing a bit spread out and individual, but they were clicking on heads, so it was working. Ace and Mira taken off the board. Perhaps that's all it was. As Scare said in the chat earlier, warm-up rounds, maybe it was like a warm-up map. You know, maybe Disciples are going to come out guns blazing here on Chalet. As Thermite and Kaid are going to be taken off the board. We're going to see Bar Games be the first site chosen.
The first site chosen, Bar Games. Wow.
Who could have seen that coming? Welcome, Shipper, to the chat.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Or, yes, welcome me.
welcome, yes. I am the one who welcomes myself.
Yes, I am the one who welcomes myself.
Chat, yell at me if the balancing... chat, yell at me if the balancing is wrong. I didn't really have time to try and fix it midstream. You were going to say something, Chip?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was listening to you. I have Bluetooth headphones on, so I was listening to you. And I know a little bit about Hiroshima Suns in some talk that was occurring in the week interim of their gameplay. They were possibly the best team going into group play. And I know that they're a very confident team, and they are just able to click on heads sometimes. So therefore, it is going to be a very dominant team and very hard to deal with.
Yeah, and I mean, that's pretty much what happened map 1. I mean, Dom was clicking heads through like the first 3 rounds. That gave Disciples a pretty bad run for it early on. But Nova was clicking heads, Yuri was clicking heads, Zonus was finding angles, Nova was about to TK the BB. I mean, you know, it's just all kinds of crazy things are going off. That last one was this map, by the way. Captain Yuri already into trophy, 45 seconds remaining. Looks like it's going to be an overtake. Disciples, they got the Azami. As Silent, not able to get the frag onto Dom. He's going to get in, shoot the Thorn Trap, leave. That's 1 smoke he used. Flores, drone. And this is one of those, I forgot that Flores had that LMG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the new change, Flores having that LMG and all of the DMRs being added to Habana and whatnot. Dom hopping in there, though, does cause there to be a lot more panic from the side of Silent. Silent has to pay a lot more attention to this library position and forces him to get picked off from another position.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Robbie there with the shots. Bro Chill gonna take some shots and run the other direction. 1 minute remaining as Paladin gets back into sight. I don't actually know where his other shell was.
Yeah, normally you want to kind of play that shell either in a suicide position or in a very, very aggressive position where you can fall off late round
Dom does see the gun. Okay. So he knows there's one on blue stairs. As Captain Yuri is going to drop into sight. Nova. It's just a shooting fest as everybody that isn't who I'm looking at gets killed. Flawless round from the Suns.
Yeah, only player remaining there just gets shot by 4 people, I think, all at once. Completely unwinnable in that scenario.
My cat is going crazy behind me.
Let me switch over to my better mic so that way. Oh, actually, I guess it's
You
fine.
sound fine right now.
I'm just using my headphone mic because I was in the other room.
Switch over if you need to. It sounds fine. The balance sounds decent right now, at least, from what I can hear. Gonna be a basement hold instead now for the Disciples. Paladin on the Scopos once again. I don't know if this is feeling ill-advised, truthfully. I don't know.
Yeah, I do agree. I think that you kind of saw how that first round plays out. Each individual player is getting picked off one by one. Nobody's really playing in any particular power position where somebody can support them directly.
The only power position... I mean, you had your 2 power positions up top with... I say power positions. You have the person playing Mezzi, and then I guess the power position is Blue Stairs to help cover.
Yeah.
But, you know, Blue Stairs gets pushed back. I mean, he successfully eats both of BB's nades, but the Flourish drone got the shield anyway, so... I don't know. This is just getting back to what I was saying right at the start. Like, this feels very... a bit too solo play. I mean, Paladin is currently not drone. But I think that's about to change. Now they know he's up here.
Yeah, I think the office drone did end up spotting him, so he's going to be in this position where he can either choose to fall off to his shell, or you can try and kind of play his life a little bit, waste time.
And he's going to see the BB. I think he's going to run away. I mean, right now, I think he's just trying to waste time. And I mean,
He's wasted a minute so far.
He's burned a minute. As Bro Chill is going to slowly creep up blue to try and assist him here. Might be able to catch someone unknowing. Paladin made it all the way back to kitchen. Bro Chill is going to find the BB. And he's going to have to run. Tyler here will be able to try and cover. It looks like it's Nova. He knows exactly where he is. Bro Chill needs to get the hell out of there. He does, but Tyler gets taken out instead as 2 beers in dies on... that was Black Stairs. And once
Yeah,
again,
I know Tyler is a sub, but I don't know anyone else is a sub for Disciples.
Robbie on the side of Suns.
Individual. Ah, okay.
I mean, once again, I mean, it's... and here's more problems. Paladin's went all the way here on a late flank. He's able to find one.
Finally get one pick, but it's largely fruitless.
Yeah. And just everyone, like, I mean, Tyler was covering... I'll get 2. Down goes Nova. But I don't... No impacts. I mean... Yuri's just going to gun up and kill him, yep.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's taking all these ones. I mean, Tyler is there trying to cover the swing of Bro Chill as he's stuck in the corner. But, you know, Bro Chill doesn't turn around to help him. You know, I get it. He's just trying to leave. So I guess that's whatever. Tyler loses the fight. He got 2 shots off, I think, on Nova.
Yeah.
But you have Jerry like aggressive peeking Black with no cover when you could hold that farther back and have the cross on Black. I know. Well, I guess they opened up Connector. But, like, I need Tachanka's Disciples here to be holding each other's crosses, be playing more together. And Paladin there, like, sure, he gets 2 kills at the end of the round, but, you know, it's meaningless frags. You know, you get 1 as the bomb's going down, you get 1 more for the road, but... yeah.
Yeah, if they know the position of the planter there and they're able to get the planter before the bomb goes down, maybe you see a different round, but largely it's going to be impactless when you're on the complete opposite side of the map in a 2v5 and his teammate dies almost immediately after he gets back to bomb site.
Is gonna be the third bomb site played. Now we're going to upstairs. I heard someone DC from team, and I think it's gonna be Zonus, who is currently running in place. So we are probably gonna have to get a pause, or at least a rehost, maybe at least a pause. But this could be Tachanka's disciples' chance here to get
Ooh.
to
Yeah,
get a
knowing the
point on the
players,
board.
knowing the players on the Tachanka's disciples, I feel like that they're a little sour right now because I was expecting at least one of them to claim the DC. That they're not even in the joking mood really, from at least how I've seen it so far. So it
Yeah,
feels like they're maybe taking this a little too personally.
uh, personally or not, regardless, Paladin, Paladin needs to stop being alone and over swinging here. I mean, Tyler is going to pick up a second kill. He got that kill on the Nitro on Dom, and he's able to find the BB. So, just Nova and Robbie currently separated, trying to do something.
Doesn't spot the player on the vert holes, but the vert player misses shots.
Yeah, I think he went to go. I don't know.
Yeah, a minute left on the board. It's gonna take a little bit of a miracle from these two players. Currently, they are just kind of off in their own world, and they're finally meeting up with a minute left.
Yeah, a minute left. I mean, Robbie's got cans. He can open breach. 2 beers in, getting a little too aggressive, and this is the problem. Like, we're over swinging again. Nova takes some damage at least for the fight, but now you're in a 3v2, and that feels a little more winnable if you're on the side of Hiroshima Suns. But smoke number one going to be popped as both players here sitting here. Robbie's going to rotate and get the wall open, but Silent can just throw these smokes.
Yeah, one remaining with 20 seconds left on the board. It's going to require some dire moments. The player swinging from B chassis is getting a little aggressive here. As all the shots miss onto Beaver Demon, Nova has to cover now with those bullets left in his LMG. Nova with a triple in the round. Brochach able to finally kill the planter. 1 second left, and Brochach with a double piece there. Able to close things out for Disciples, and the individual play is what ends up winning them the round.
I mean, at that point, you're. I was a little scared for on the side of Zonus actually. Notably, Zonus made it back, so we don't have to rehost. But I was a little scared for Tachanka's disciples there for just a second, because that was the world's longest pre-fire from. Was that Nova? That was Nova with the LMG, just onto the, onto Silent there in piano, with
Yeah, he still had about 40 bullets left by the time the planter was killed, so he still had plenty of rounds to take both of those fights.
Yeah, I was it's more just I think it was Tyler on the 2RL baiting Silent almost a little bit there with like. Just possibly reloading. I didn't see, but we have a long chain of Paladin is currently performing a high-level tactical bait going on in the chat.
Yeah, while we were streaming, I ended up seeing the trend of attention. Silent is currently performing a high-level tactical bait. So I made me and Flip laugh a little bit.
The I don't know who starts it always. It's usually like Spectre or Reaper who comes in and starts like the chain of the chain of copy pastas.
Yep.
Well, halftime bans. BB was taken off the board. Good ban for the Disciples. Bandit was removed, which, I mean, they were playing Bandit, but I don't think that's too much of a loss on Chalet here.
Yeah, I feel like that there's a lot more pressing ops. That's the word. There's a lot more pressing ops that I feel like could definitely benefit the defense. Although if they feel like that, the less that they have to worry about util on site, maybe it is the better choice.
Well, once again, we have this top overtake as one Flores drone not going to be able to get the shield. And Silent able to get the first kill. That is Dom being taken out. I think Nova got the shield. Is Paladin the new band? Yuki, band is literally in the lead. What are you talking about? That nade hits Tyler in the face, so Silent's gonna find his second kill. Maybe a third! And that is... The air jab is so long. Nova and Zonas lit up. Pretty good mezzy hold from Silent as we are in a minute left in the round. Utility very scarce on the side of Suns here. We just need to see Disciples not try and overpeak. That's all they need to do. Hold your crosses.
Yeah, 45 seconds left on the clock. They have plenty of time. They have the crossfires. They do not need to swing into their guns right now.
Paladin, just stay there in 45. Birchill needs to get out, but that's a rough one. They now know where Paladin is. Zonas is going to be taken out. Nova, though, will find Paladin. It's a 2 versus 2. 2 Beers in finds Nova, gets his first frag of the round. It's Yuri as he drops into sight. He's going to find 2 Beers in. No health. Tyler just needs the bait. Yuri's going to plant. The plant is going to be stuck. Gonna
just
tuck, get him
just
off the
waits.
plant.
Okay, just tucks and waits. Good. I thought he was going to swing for a second there, and it got my heart racing. I'm not going to lie. That was more close than it needed to be, though, for sure.
That was, yeah, I definitely saw the world where Disciples didn't get away with that round. That might have just been a mental killer. But round of the board, even score. I mean, momentum, maybe not, but at the very least, your mental's not completely chalked. Is it me? Or is Silent a bit of a boring player? Like, you see at the end of the game, oh, wow, Silent has 32 kills, but you can never remember them. You remember a single Silent kill? It's a good one.
This is really funny.
Back to the basement.
Jerry on the Valk, his favorite op.
Yep. Tyler gonna have to make a rotate with all punches. We once again see Paladin on the Scopos, and he's gonna be off in Narnia again. So,
yeah, now that Scopos has that metal arm ability like Aruni, a little bit more util in Scopos, but not if you're just playing her off-site and trying to get kills.
I mean, again, you can use it to try and waste some time a little bit, play a bit aggro, but also like kind of passive and just shell away, right? Waste a minute, leave. Speaking of a minute, we're about to hit a minute in the round. Nova is going to trying to open up something back here. One drone going to be taken out. Tyler shoots it. I don't think they don't seem to know that Paladin is here, but it's going to be 2 beers in is the first should fall. That is Zonus from, that looked like Rank Star?
Yeah, I believe that was ranked window.
So I think Jerry, once again, maybe over peaking. Paladin has gone back to sight, but he just swapped shells. He can go back on the roam. I don't hate it. I think
My radar's picked up a threat nearby.
that Brochill counts as
Yeah, if you're even
being
a step on the staircase, it's a little broken still.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are happening, Nova is trying to pressure here on Trench. There is about a minute left. Zonus slowly starting to creep down. Blue stairs as well. No real breaching ability, as Zonus is going to be the one taken out. Paladin will get one. He's going to get back to sight. As Suns, I mean, Dom has creeped up onto Bookshelf. So, and main wall is open, but...
Yeah, main wall's been open this whole round. So that is one thing that the attack has just had this whole time.
Ooh.
Dom taken down by Silent.
He
on the
didn't. He
prone
looked
angle.
away as Silent crossed.
Yeah, very much siege timing there. Nova with Case in pocket, about to walk into sight, but has to face the blue player and his storage player to his right.
Yeah, Robbie also in trash can. He needs to swap. He's gonna get plants down, but Nova finds, or not Nova, Yuri finds Paladin and Brochill. Case is gonna get down. Just, how do y'all let that? You can't let that happen.
Yeah, Yuri put down to very low HP. Yeah, the Goyo canister right on the plant spot. It's going to take a while for that to go away. They just have to kill the players right now, but they're both in power positions.
Well, what? That
It's
goes
all
Tyler.
up to Beaver Demon.
Yeah, Tyler gets one, but the fire is going to burn. I mean, they know he's here. They're on cams. They need a swing. 14 seconds. Someone's going to have to take this fight. If Robbie can stall even 2 seconds, he's going to have to push. He finds Tyler. Silent just has to stick, but not going to happen. I think the missed impacts were trying to get the Goyo canisters, and he just didn't wide swing enough.
Yeah, there was 2 Goyo canisters there. Nobody was playing the rotate. Nobody was playing at all for the ability to go for denying that plant, and they are punished for it. The 2v1 fairly unwinnable with the Goyos popped with 33 seconds left on the clock. Meant there was only 6 seconds before one of the players had to get on Case.
Holy TBI timeout indeed, as Suns win a round and then off to use a timeout. Someone's pissing. That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure that's about half of the TBI timeouts is somebody's using the restroom.
Yeah, Alt, I'm gonna be real. If 2 beers is not hammered right now, I would be surprised.
Yeah,
That's
I think that's probably a 75-25 odds. Maybe even higher.
Jerry is my IRL, but like, yeah, he be drinking. Let's say that much. Bad Bros.
Every
in the
time I've
chat
played ranked
can-
with him, he's at least been actually 2 beers in.
Oh, he's not 2 beers in. He's two like double shots of whiskey in. So make that like quad shots of whiskey. I don't know. Spectre talks like he's built for TBI League. Dropping strats, VOD reviews the whole coach speech. But the second signups open, he disappears like a copper in a 1v5. Honduran Demon in ranked. What? When it's time to actually join, maybe next season. My man treats the sign-up page like it's a horror game. Spectre staring at the register button like, nah, bro, that's too crazy. Join the league, Spectre. You know, Spectre isn't playing this season, is he?
I do not think he is. I think I think he's in the sub pool, if I'm not mistaken.
Most people end up joining the sub pool. All right, well, let's see what the Suns can do. They had their tactical timeout. Someone's back from pissing. Last defense of the half is going to be upstairs for the Disciples. We have 2 beers in playing inside small lives, so he's at least trying to back Paladin up a little bit. Or, you know, he's adjacent. Paladin going to shoot the drone. I actually like the fall off. What I don't like...
Interesting. Yeah, the slant window being opened there at that point, I feel like it's a little bit aggressive to just sprint by, but got the job done.
Not punished, because piano window wasn't yet open. Piano window could very much be open as Tyler... It opens big garage. He's looking for the slant player. This is very... This is very
used
aggressive.
the C4 on this. This is a lot of util sync into a player that may not even be seen.
He sees the shadow. Can he run out? I mean, the slant player is now gone. They're looking for cams. I don't...
Yeah, and it is the Nomad, which is ironic if the Nomad were to be picked off.
There goes Paladin. Gets taken out by Big Window. I mean, just from what I'm looking at right now, I'm seeing... I think I'm seeing a round win possibly for... Possibly on the side of Suns here, but Tyler is creeping up the back stairs here, the black stairs.
Yeah, they know there's only 2 players on site, so they should be wary of a flank. They do have the Nomad, but the Nomad is still on the rappel.
If he
the
swings
player is just barely occluded by the fireplace. No, they turn around, but they're able to still get the pick onto the flank. Dom gets one back. A 1-for-1 trade as the plant is fully completed. 4v3 post-plant for Hiroshima Suns. Now 4v2 as Dom gets his second in the round.
He's super pushed up. It's Brochill all alone to try and get an even split here. Air jab on the window, going to seal the deal. It's another 4-2 split in the favor of the Suns. Oh boy, we got more. Spectre gets into a 1v5 in Siege and suddenly starts acting like it's a movie montage. Slow walking, checking every angle, chat thinking he's about to cook. Somehow he turns it into a 1v1 and everyone's hyped, and then he immediately loses the gunfight. Bro beats 4 people just to get diffed by the last guy every single time. Spectre is the only player who clutches the hard part and fumbles the tutorial fight. Thank you, Dilly and Reaper.
Yeah, Dilly always has to get his licks in there, even if he doesn't start things. He definitely follows them up.
How do I tell you that, Yuki? I don't think you need to tell. I think that's just, it's a known thing. Well, Mira and Kaid are going to be removed from the Sun's arsenal. Ram and Thermite removed from the Disciples' arsenal. We're going to see a basement defense start. Robbie on the Clash. I die to that one.
I had a mouthful of salad and I didn't realize I was not muted for a second there. Anyway, going into this second half, Disciples on the attack of, and TBI, what is probably just a whoever's the better team favored map. And
this is we're watching, I don't know what we're watching there. I have to re-pull up the stat sheet. There are 2 maps that are slightly attacker sided right now. I don't think Chalet is one of them, surprisingly.
Yeah, I know Border has been historically one of the best. Able to get one side of the bandit trick. Jerry takes a little bit of damage from Nova.
Impact trick gonna prevent that wall from being fully open.
Yeah, so it is just a sight line, no ability to walk through that, as there is still the Habana, who can still open it up to be jumpable, but I do not believe Habana. Yeah, Habana's on the other side of the map, so not going to happen right this second.
Paladin on the other side of the map? Who could have seen that coming? As you see Captain Yuri hitting the deck to get out of there. Minute 30 as first player to finally is going to fall. That is Tyler on the fuse. Getting dropped. It's going to be Zonas getting that kill. Minute 15, and we still have the clash in play here. Silent on the snake. Trying to find something. Paladin has synced up, at least with the rest of the team. 55 seconds remain in the round. And I mean, someone's got to make a move. Right now, all of Disciples are currently feeding basically into sight.
Yeah, we see this hatch being opened. There is more than one pathway, but it looks like they're all... Oh, they do end up getting the flanking member, so it is now an even 4v4, but with only 25 seconds left. It's going to be blow for blow. One player in sight, tucked on this sight line, but...
I don't know
Not
how
traded 1 for 1!
Oh, that frag could kill him. The plant's being dropped. It's dropped, or case is down, but Captain Yuri gonna clean it up. And Robbie just wasn't shocking?
Yeah,
Was he disabled?
He wasn't. I don't think he was. I think, well, unless the Thatcher did that, like, immediately before we started to spectate. I think that they just chose not to.
That's what it looks like. I mean, close-ish round. Silent almost gets enough kills to do the thing. I feel like you had the numbers. Again, round took too long. They wanted to open main breach, and just the impact tricks. No backup plan was to be had. At that point, I think you just need somebody to put on the pants and be like, that execute's going on. Let's get somebody on blue stairs just to cover. And maybe there was. Maybe they got annihilated. I didn't see where Bro Chill went. Regardless, Hiroshima Suns 5-2 as they go to Gym Bedroom. Gym. What? I'm on Clubhouse Spring. Bar Games. Jeez.
Yeah, Bar Games. There you go.
There you go. It's 10:30 on a Sunday night.
Yeah, it's definitely a long night, a long late night. It's gonna be a long night as Nova keeps jumping out, trying to make the day harder for Tachanka's Disciples.
He's not going to find anything on that peak. They know there's an Aruni now. They probably already knew that, though. Robbie is over by Big Garage.
Yeah, he has no impact, so he can't open up the wall or anything. It's definitely an interesting position for a Jaeger to be.
I mean, I think he's just he's just being a little aggressive. They're up a bunch of rounds. They're feeling it. Like, I mean, he's run back to blue, a lot closer to sight. Paladin now playing more with the team here. As Dom gets super aggressive, sees the player but just doesn't shoot him. Paladin doesn't see the feet. It'll be a trade, but Capital for Castle is a trade that it benefits gonna benefit the defense.
Yeah, benefits the
He's-
defense 10 out of 10 times. That execute util from the capital no longer going to be usable on blue stairs or in the late round. So it's now going to be left up to the other members to pick up the slack. And either they need to execute with less util or they need to click heads and win out
Captain-
that way. Captain Yuri takes a lot of damage by getting aggressive on his mezzanine position.
There are a lot of players here collapsing or attempting to collapse on this mezzy position as Zonus is going to find Bro Chill with a Nitro through the floor. But one thing I want to point out, there's possibly a gap right now. Robbie's on stairs looking at above us. Simon's going to find Zonus as well. So 2 versus 2v2. Robbie's position. I mean, Tyler has... They have to know that he's there. Nova on the suicide position. Gonna get a shot off on Tyler and fall back into sight. I think Robbie is still just fighting. He's just running upstairs. Just kind of allowed to do whatever he wants. No drone util. Tyler with 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they only have 3 drones. That has been my one concern this map so far, is that Disciples just do not have the necessary drone util.
Ooh.
Necessary. Oh, the player is directly to his right. He knows he's there, but just gets swung instead. Tyler almost able to clutch out the 1v2.
I don't think he knew he was close. I think he was assuming a little farther.
Yeah, that makes sense from his body positioning. It was closer than it needed to be because there was practically no util on the side of the defense on site. They could have hit site at any point. Instead, they fall one by one to the 2 players off the site. And although things were close in the very end, it did not feel like it should be that close of a round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
No, I mean they rotated it. It immediately flipped from 3v2. Disciples can take this to dying to the 2 angles that we're still watching up top. I was in the process trying to say there looks like there could be a gap here, with like a lurking player trying to hit like 45 or something. Basically, all 4 guns on the side of Suns at one point in that round were looking basically to upper Ivy. Ivy and like K9. But
Yeah.
they're now a round away from taking another 3 points and putting themselves far ahead of the rest of the people in their group. I think it's just Group A. We forgot to give them names this season.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain that is correct.
Top floor defense as Dom is still setting up. They've got the Monty. They don't know about the Captain Yuri. Paladin's gonna find Dom, who tries to jump down. The Monty is currently flushing the Valkyrie back, as Zonus has also creeped up from the stairs. So if there's 2 people off site, Zonus is gonna rotate pretty fast here. Paladin is gonna fall to Captain Yuri.
Yeah, once again, Sun's not necessarily playing together, but their off-site play is still able to work in nearly every round. Zonus was a kill of his own.
I mean, we're talking about off-site play. I mean, alone play, but that's covering. That was helping coverage. 2 beers down. 2 beers in is now down. That's the Monty removed. Bro Chill will get 1. But immediately refragged by Zonus. I mean, I think this one's over. Not much more to be done.
Yeah, Tyler can try and hop in. Ooh, takes the head off of 1. That was a nasty shot. Did not know he was there, but just reaction time of a god.
I'm not sure where Zonus was looking. This one's not impossible. 1v2, but
Yeah, 1v2, 1 minute left. But they do have the vert holes on the only position he can realistically enter. They
Flashbang
do
gonna
fall
go.
off of those vert holes. It is instead going to just be one-on-ones that he's able to take. Beaver
As-
even now with 40 seconds to waste, as Tyler has Case in his pocket. This is still winnable for Disciples.
Why did he fall off so far? I mean, I guess the other question is why did Nova get so aggressive?
Oh, they know he swings into sight, but unable to do much. As they still have the Vault Cam in the site.
No,
Oh,
Tyler's...
Nomad is completely clueless.
Oh, but the caught sprinting!
Oh, but he's up and running! He's running! Why are you sprinting? Why?
Oh, Robbie.
Have the Vault Cam, why are you sprinting?
Tyler manages to get a miracle round for Disciples on the board to keep him alive. I mean, I don't... Maybe I'm a little cynical here. I don't know if that's going to change too much, but that might just be the momentum shift Disciples needs to get back into this map.
I know we've been complimenting, or not complimenting, that's the opposite word of what I meant to say. I know we've been harping on Disciples' lack of team play, but they had a camera that round. If somebody is not calling that he just needs to wait with 7 seconds on the clock, I feel like there's a bit of a lack in that team play.
It's going to be back to the basement site. Azami is banned. Ace is removed. So, both major hard breachers taken off the board. We see Nova on the Aruni. And Robbie once again on that clash. It's a very delayed can't get me. That might have been a drone that was running away. I hope to see a little more haste. Not too much haste, but just a little more haste taken by Tachanka's Disciples here. We have a very spread out attack. I mean, Nova's up on upper Mezzi, and Zonus is basically in Trophy. Right now, they have no idea where any of these players are.
Sorry, I'm posting that clip in TVI because, oof. Hopefully I actually got the clip right.
Clipping is clipping.
Clipping on mobile, clipping on mobile is not fun.
Ooh.
Anyways, Disciples have their final ban out, the Azami, which has been a thorn in their side.
Bro. Wall's going to be opened as they put in this, trying to push this back play here. Tyler gets down. Good shot by Nova. Goodbye,
Nova,
bro.
nice
Chill.
shot.
So 3 versus 5 effectively. Tyler, no way Tyler's going to be able to be rezzed as Dom gets 2 more. I mean, that's... Paladin has a chance to do something this game. And it's not going to happen. So, despite the Tyler 1v3 clutch, Hiroshima Sun's gonna take map number 2, 7-3.
Yeah, it ended up being a pointless clutch for the side of Tachanka's disciples, but that is one extra +1 round in the end. It could be the difference in playoffs between different seeding, so we will have to find out. But that is the end of the game today.
Yep.
Possibly
let's
get an
see.
interview.
Let's see if Hiroshima Suns wants an interview. I'm going to go on a limb, say Disciples probably not so much. Map count is finished. Let me do some managing here. So not disciple. Sun's gonna be taking 6 points. That's gonna be shooting them up into, I think, 21 if I was looking at the thing right the last time. Well, far and away, the number one team in their group at the moment.
Do you want me to ask for interviews?
Yeah, let me see. We may or may not. Uh,
Yeah,
you
it
already
is
did.
late for pretty much everybody. Yeah, I had it typed out. I just didn't want to say it if we were too tired to get some interviews in.
Yeah, we'll hit one from Hiroshima if they want one. I have to imagine. I don't think Disciples really want one. Yeah, that's what I would assume from Silent there. We'll see if uh Dom will. All right, let's go, and I'm gonna go to the app sesh. Oh, you're already
Yeah,
here.
we'll see if we can get any Hiroshima Suns in here for the interview.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna say Dom slash Renseer is gonna get in here. I guess it's just Dom. Should probably update that on the sheets. Uh,
Anyways, great game though out of Hiroshima Suns, even though I was giving them a little bit of flack for their play in that map. I did not watch all of map 1. They did have a dominant win both maps either way, and
and
they are one of the top
speaking
teams.
of dominant, hold on, I can't find the chat. The list is too long. There it is. Speaking of dominant, joining us, here's Dom. Dom, how's it going?
Hi, it's going great.
It's
How about
going.
y'all?
It's 10:50 on a Sunday for me.
Yeah,
GG's, 6 points
GG's.
for the team. Uh, explosive play. We're noticing it. That y'all just gunning. Like everyone's gun seemed to be pretty hot at some point tonight. Um, obviously, I think you yourself were probably the one to start that off on map number 1 with those pretty aggressive positions. Obviously, the oil pit rat play to start.
The first kill of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, first kill of the series, followed by just playing the super aggressive Mozzie on swamp and on the runouts. You know, how, how is the team feeling? How's it feel to be pretty solidly first in your division?
Team's feeling pretty good. We had one devastating loss on first map. Uh, Comms were cluttered. Took a timeout, reset, got back to what we do.
Yeah, I noticed yeah, that one loss and timeout was instantly called. Was
If you could have heard our comms, you'd understand why it was done. I yeah.
so an actual tactical timeout. What about the one since I'm on the topic of timeouts, what about that one on Chalet? Did someone just go piss because that was after a win, or was it same thing like our comms are gross and we need to fix that?
That was another gross comm, and I honestly called it prematurely, thinking we had lost the round. I had no faith in that round. It looked pretty grim.
Yeah, you
I
guys ended up clutching out that round. It was the 3v2, and you guys kind of were pinned out of sight. And then you guys were able to kind of recover. So going into that tactical timeout, you guys had recovered that round. What was the mental like? Because it was kind of a close game at that point, and then after there, it just seemed like you guys turned on the boosters and just ran away with it.
The mental was a mental reset. We were saying it was one of our last attacks. We have defense on lock. Let's just do it one more time and we're good to go. And going 4-2 into the split, we seemed pretty confident and it went.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Chipper, why don't we? If you got one more question, hit him with it. It is late for everyone. So
Yeah. I mean, I unfortunately missed the first map mostly as I was casting one of the other games, but going into the second map, I saw that there was a decent amount of teamwork on that attacking half where you guys were able to come out. Um, and I know that for TBI League, it's not necessarily an attacker-sided map. So why do you guys feel like your guys' attacking half did end up coming that 4-2 half and did end up working out well for you guys?
I feel like that ends up onto our IGL and tonight it was like a co-IGL, me and Yuri. So I was more of a shot caller. Yuri was main IGL and it really worked compared to other nights.
Got it.
So yeah, the the duo is much needed to direct people. Not saying that people are not knowing what to do, it's just sometimes they get hyper focused on something and we have to redirect.
as always, all right. Well, last thing to ask for tonight. Obviously, week 4 is done. We'll be going into week 5 next. Your matchup will be against uh the Marlboro Men. You know, do you have anything you want to say to that squad?
I wish them the best of luck once we get to that date and time.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Dom, for joining us tonight. GG's on your victory.
GG's. Have a
And
good rest of your night, fellas.
yeah, you too.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
for the rest of y'all, if you are still in chat, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I don't know what happened to stream one. I know that I heard some there's some issues with it that
Yeah,
caused it to
Canadian
premature.
Central. Canadian Central, that's all.
Canadian Central. Yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Week 4 is concluded. I will stats and standings will be updated probably tomorrow if I had to guess, because I don't think I'm going to do much more tonight. But um, no game scheduled, so be on the lookout for when the first week 5 game will be scheduled. Um, Probably be casted on the main channel by who knows. At this point, it's probably gonna be Mari again. I feel like she's working overtime. Um, but yeah, thank y'all for joining tonight. This is gonna be it for me and Chipper. Uh, Join us for whatever the first match of week 5 is gonna be. But deuces.
GG's deuces.